Greetings from Las Vegas. Today is a bit of a serious subject. We're going to talk about protection. When was the last time you went out to have some fun? You were just looking for a good time. But then you were reminded, no, you can't have fun unless you use protection. Because it's the right thing to do. And you're thinking, man, I just took it to the shop earlier this week. Everything checks out. Everything is cool. I just want to have some fun. Nope. You still have to use protection. No protection, no fun. So today, we are looking to hit some dirt roads and some trails, and this is just not enough, not adequate. That is not what you call proper protection. We're almost there. We have our crash bars, we have our skid plate or engine guard as they call it, but now it's time to complete this package with specific Scrambler 400X, Barkbusters VPS plastics, and they call these skid plates, which, I thought these were metal, but nope, that's not metal, that's plastic. So a little disappointed in that, but I guess it's partially part of the look. So, and also a little ram mount ball. I do the same thing on my Tiger. So it's mounted right to the crash bars, to the handguards. So you can use a front-facing camera if you choose to, or mount something else there if there's something else you want to mount. And that's a great place to just leave there out of the way, and you can mount something with a ram mount. So let's get it started. I will start disassembling, removing the factory handguards, and we can get this thing properly protected so we can go out and have some fun. So it looks like these are simply held on with 2 bolts. There's one on the end of the handlebar, and then there's one up underneath the levers. So we'll start. This is a 4mm, Allen key. So we'll get these off. And come on, there you go. Pretty easy. Set these off to the side. And then get the 10mm from the bottom here. And I think I can do that. Just twist that off. Let's see. Come on. Yeah. That was easy. One down. And then we put this bolt right back where it was because we're not going to be mounting anything up under there. Oops, and that is spinning on top now, darn it. Yeah, I have to it's just a flathead screwdriver. Let me grab one of those and we will see if this is the right, yeah, that'll work. Tighten that thing back up. Make sure it's there. Still good. All right, and then we'll just do the same thing on the other side, and then we'll jump into mounting the Barkbusters. So there's a little bit of assembly on these. This is what they will look like before they go on, and which includes the little skid plate. I will do the other one. So you just take the aluminum piece and you line this little fella up with it. And essentially you just kind of slide it in the channel until it lines up with the corner. This is all pretty straightforward. There's holes pre-drilled in the aluminum as well. And I don't know if you need to use thread lock on these, at least on the aluminum parts or not, but I thought, why not? So they have these little black screws. I'll just put a little dab on there because little dab will do you. And ooh, it's so tiny. All right, so and that goes into our protection discussion as well. It doesn't matter if it's really tiny. Protection is still required. So this one, these, when you get right into that aluminum with these screws, you really have to kind of bear down and get that to bite all the way in there, hopefully without stripping the screw in the process. But that's not going anywhere. Probably did not need the thread lock because man, that is in there. Okay. And then with the, what do you call it? The skid plate, is that what they call this? Yeah, skid plate set for VPS handguard. You take, there's a hole in this, you slide it over the short end of the bar, the curved end, and then this will just line up with the other hole, and then they have a couple of slightly longer screws that you use for these. And again, because it's going into metal, I'll put a little thread lock, but probably not required because of the fact that it's going into that aluminum and it's kind of carving its way in there. That's the other great thing about this stuff is if you go down and you scratch these up or you decide, hey, I want a color, I want the ones with the white lettering or something, or you want a different color, you can just buy the plastics and swap them out. No big deal. The bars are with you forever. So, come on. There we go. I think, yeah, that's in there. That's all the way down. And then I'm choosing they come with these little extended shields so you can mount them. You can leave them off. So the difference in how they look on or off, or you can choose to go, there's some lower holes where they'll be down like that, or then you go with the higher holes. And of course, based on today's subject for why we're doing this in the first place, we're going to keep ours high as possible because why? Because we're looking for maximum protection. We want to go out and have some fun, and we want to be protected. Don't want to have find out we caught something out there like road rash or something terrible like that from the trail, or a nasty June bug comes slamming into your knuckle. All right, that is, probably should have put that on first, but a little hard to screw in there when it's already, it's not too bad though. Okay, so that's both of them ready to go on. And let's get that thing out of the way. Let's start mounting them up on the handlebars. All right, next step is we are going to get these initially attached to the ends here. There is a big spacer, and there's actually a secondary spacer that goes inside of it that will put a little thread lock on that. And I probably should have put the other mounting piece on before this. I'll probably regret doing it here first, but that's how I'm doing it. So I'm just going to put this on loosely. And what was I thinking? There was something else. I don't remember what it was. Oh, there's also, if it appeals to you, I'm just going to do that. There. Sort of snug, but not super tight. I'll tighten that up later. There's also two other accessories that are available. There's a bar end weight that goes on the outside. So if you want to try and reduce vibration, you can pull this bolt out and they'll probably give you a longer bolt and you get this bar end weight. But I think that's, I don't remember exactly, but it might be about $60 or $70 for those things. And then in addition to that, they also have turn signals that you can mount. They give you a little kit or a pattern drill holes. So you'll drill some holes in this and screw the thing on, and then the wire will go through one of those holes, which I was gonna do that and I still might, but for now, I'm just gonna leave the original turn signals on this, and if I do get somewhere where a branch snaps one off, that'll be my trigger to replace it with integrated ones, but for now, I'm just gonna leave the standard ones alone. So next we need to bolt up the mount where it's gonna connect this piece to the handlebar. Okay, this side, I got it all connected up just to make sure I was doing it the right way. I got my ram mount ball added to the outside there. So that'll be great for adding a front-facing camera for rides or whatever other stuff I might want to put on. On this side, it was a little tricky because this brake line was right in the way of the mounting bracket, so I had to rotate that down a bit. And I think it's fine now. Let me just make sure that this thing is, oh yeah, it's tight again. And now it's just a matter of, there's three pieces to connect it to the handlebar, real simple. This piece goes into the end of the aluminum bar itself. And then these two pieces, there's two sets of these. There's a set for the right side, a set for the left. They're all the same. And they just wrap around. Let me pull this one off again and show, just so it's obvious. These things wrap around the handlebar like that. And then this piece connects to the bar here, and it just slides in there, and bolt goes through here, bolt goes through here. Short bolt, that's what I was screwing up on the other side. Short bolt goes here because this needs to be snug. And then this back side has the longer bolt, and it can squeeze down and clamp on your handlebars once you get it in place. So, I had that upside down anyway. So let me put this, I have still to put some thread lock on it, but we'll get that one by one once I get things lined up. Be sure I actually have the brake line cleared properly now. So we have the short bolt in the front that will go through this piece that holds the bar and squeezes it together. And if I get that just right, it's just barely going to clear it. This is pretty tight, like a tiger. Well, it's tight like a scrambler, I guess, in this case. Because the tiger's on the other side of the room. But you get the idea. And just get a couple of threads on there to hold it in place, because we're going to have to pop it off anyway with thread locker. And this one goes here. So that's essentially how it's going to work, and then just get it at just the right position. And I actually had, just to make sure this piece wasn't run right up against this here, I just put a screwdriver in there as sort of a spacer, so there's just a little gap. So when it's all bolted up, yeah, I think it'll be all right. And it's okay if the brake line is right next to this. This thing is not going anywhere. Once it's bolted down, it's really solid. Like the side of a battleship here or something. So, and then I just need to make sure that they look like they're all lined up properly, even, and then I will tighten these things up real good, and then, okay, I think that's it. So let me get these bolts tightened up, and we'll come back for the final overview. It's beer 30, right? project is complete. It's Friday night, Las Vegas. It's time to party. We got our protection. I think we can just go out and have a good time. We will be good. We will be safe. These things turned out really nice. This is just the way you do it on anything. I probably should have done this on my Tiger as well, but I didn't. And these are just the gold standard for getting things right, for protecting your levers and something that won't just snap off when you drop it on the ground. One thing to note, this was the most challenging part of the whole thing. It didn't have to be challenging, but if this helps anybody else, I initially tried to loosen this up ever so slightly, the brake line here. And at first, it was right in the way. It was here is where it was. Initially, I tried to rotate it down, and that just didn't work. And then rotated it up, perfect. And it kind of matches the way the other side is set up. So, you know, the overall look is pretty darn good. And if we want to get a, you know, the view from the captain's chair here, cockpit, whatever you want to call it. There's the view. So I think we are all set for this one. We're gonna call it another completed accessory project. So if this is helpful for you, I appreciate you watching all the way to the end, and I'd also appreciate it if you chose to subscribe if you'd like to be notified if there are, or when there are more videos like this. Now it's time to start taking this thing out in the trails and getting it dirty and having some fun out there in the middle of nowhere. So we will hope and do some of that this weekend. We'll see if the weather cooperates though. So until next time, drive carefully and come back soon.